Yo, yo. Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Yo, we are 6 days into 25 days of Crewsmas. We got 19 more days of this bad boy. And I keep getting, you know what I mean? You know what I love about Crewsmas? Is that last year I just kept getting content. It was beautiful. Content kept coming every single day. Some shit I can talk about. And then we were here, like every day I could just talk about something and give you guys, the listening pleasure that you deserve. But what I would like to say is where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Famous. Yeah. Let's go. Oh man, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Also, leave a written review on Apple Podcasts if you're listening there. That'll be beautiful. It'll be nice. If you want to send like a nice little rosy letter for your boy, that'd be great, man. I would definitely appreciate it. And also on Spotify, you guys will see a question up there. Will say how you are doing. Mostly is for mental health awareness and things like that, man. We've definitely taken a really big turn in the mental health approach on this pod. Trust me, because especially of the summer that I had to deal with and things like that. So, that's where we're at, so let me know how you're doing on the Spotify. Also, sorry. Also, leave a 5-star review. Did y'all hear that? Hopefully you didn't hear what happened there. Um, but welcome. How's everybody doing? How you guys doing today? I'm doing all right, man. Yeah. I'm gonna answer my own question real quick. I'm doing good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel good right now. I feel like my body is still kind of sore, and my back is still we're gonna get to where we need to get to. I've been hitting the gym for quite a few weeks now. Seeing a little bit of results here and there. Feeling actually the results for real. But we got a road. It's a road, man. It's a long road. I gotta get out. I gotta get out my own way sometimes and make sure to enjoy the process. Which is kind of crazy. Is that when I was a kid, I hated walking into the gym. I was scared shitless of walking into the gym. I know it's crazy. Because mostly I never learned weight training. I never learned how to lift weights. It's just naturally like shit just came to me sometimes. And lifting weights was one of those things that just never came naturally, which is weird. Um, it's like I was a basketball player, so you don't want to get too big as a basketball player. And also I was a tennis player. So, cardio and all the rest of that. I already had a pretty fast serve when I was a kid, but I probably could have been better if I hit the gym a little bit. And now I wish I had that thought process at from this age during that time. I probably, what I'm saying, man, I could have been a little jacked, you know what I'm saying? Got a little fucking built, you know what I'm saying? Got some, what I mean? I had a six pack, I could jump a little bit, I probably could have jumped a little higher, but I was scared, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I went to high school, um, and this dude was part of like some crazy ass weight club in the weightlifting in the gym, and I was just like, yeah, I ain't never like the problem is that I was a victim of comparison. That this dude was a senior in high school and about to go to Virginia Tech, and I'm over here like I'm a freshman and I never touched the weight. I've only touched weights one time. My homeboy was like, "Yeah, man, it's like." I think he lied to me, but his bench press had 190 pounds on it. He said it was 190. I think it's bullshit. I was like when I was a kid, especially middle school. This is middle school too. In middle school, I would say I was probably 150 pounds soaking wet. Maybe 160. You know what I'm saying? I was probably like 5'9", 5'10" ish by this time. And well now maybe 5'8". I wasn't that tall. I wasn't that tall yet. But um he told me he was 190. Now, I can tell you, it's my boy Steve. Well, he's still, he's still a friend on Facebook. My guy Steve. We all played on the St. John's basketball team together. And yeah, I said it. I don't give a fuck. Who dox me, bitch? But fucking completely forgot what I was saying. Oh my gosh, what was I saying? Oh, he told me there was 190 pounds on bench press, and we was all playing video games one day at his crib, And I was like, all right, man, well, I'm gonna lift this shit. I lifted it like 3 times and then put it up, and I was like, that shit was easy. I think it was only 90 pounds. I think he's fucking with me. I truly do to this day think he's fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? I could do 225. You know what I'm saying? I could do it. But at this point, at that point in life, if I did 225, I would not be here doing this podcast. I promise you. Either I won't have a chest or I would not be of this earth for sure, because none of them was going to lift that off of me. Well, maybe Steve. Steve was a pretty big guy. He probably could have got the fucking bar off of me, possibly. Who knows? But nobody was paying attention. We were kids. But it is what it is. Actually, that was my first Hooters experience. Playing for a Catholic high school team. No, Catholic middle school team was my first Hooters experience. And let me tell you something, it was a great experience. It was great memories, nice little spank bank memories, if you catch my drift. And yeah, it was great. I definitely will go back and have more memories there. You know what I mean? I was a little creep back in the day, man. I'm just putting it out there. But what I wanted to say, speaking of creepy shit, speaking of creep shit though, have you guys seen Obliterated yet on Netflix? I highly advise, do not watch this with your child. Okay. First of all, don't watch this show with your child. Secondly, don't watch this with a loved one that probably isn't into seeing naked bodies on screen and titties and ass on screen. And I mean, literally within like the first 5 seconds of the show, there's a lot going on. I will dare to say, I would dare to say that this show is as close to a action porn that I ever watched in my life. I'm just putting it out there. And so it's what it is. It was a lot of ass going on. It's got my girl Princess from Walking Dead, the final seasons of Walking Dead. We got to see Princess, and she's very active in this show, which is cool. It's just everyone's very active. The lead person, I've definitely seen her before. Did not know she was hiding all of that. And yeah, people are not afraid to get naked in this series, and that's fine by me. I will continue to watch, and but for journalistic integrity, I will continue to watch this show, because the plot doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about the plot. The plot is nakedness. That's all I can really say. Yeah, she was hiding a lot underneath there. Like, just putting it out there. Um, it's actually pretty funny. It is a funny show. Like, I think the funniest person on there is definitely the guy that like is all about America, and it's kind of like the Chad of the group for sure. The guy that, he was definitely I think he was Army, and like so I guess I should probably give y'all guys kind of the plot of Obliterated. So Obliterated is like this generation's A team. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. This generation's A team, if A team was set in Vegas and was a straight porno. I'm sorry, my fault. It had female characters and male characters. Just in case people don't know, the A team had straight up male characters. It was the 80s. Get the fuck over it. But Obliterated has a nice little group of people from different countries for sure. Not different countries, but different backgrounds. You got one Hispanic person, you have one Asian person, you have one black person, you have two Hispanics. I think Ava is Hispanic also, possibly. And then you have one, like, really, you have one stereotypical Chad white guy. Like, you have one black guy that was hiding, and then the one Hispanic chick that is kind of studly, but at the same time soft. And then you have the lead lady, who's I want to say she's Hispanic or at least European. And then you have the one Asian guy that's dealing with shit that has nothing to do with the group. Dead ass. And then, oh yeah, you have the old white guy too. My fault. There's a lot of them. Then you have the old white guy. So you have all ages. Oh, old. I'm sorry, not old white guy. Let me clarify. Old crazy ass white guy that loves his drugs for sure. Um, and I'm sorry, and one, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain who she is. What she like culture wise, I wouldn't know what she is. But she's I mean, like, but it's a good mixture. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You got the one nerdy person, of course. That's what I mean. But she's nerdy as fuck. Um, she looks I don't want to put anything on her. I do want to say she's definitely a mixture of things. I probably should have IMBD'd these people before, but I was more concerned with seeing a lot of ass and shooting. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I mean, like, it seemed like they found the people with the biggest asses, like like most athletic ones, and then also like titties galore. Like, it was wild to me. It was a wild show. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it. I was not prepared for what I was watching. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still not prepared. I don't know what's next. You know what I'm saying? Like literally one of the scenes. I'm not spoiling anything for you. I really have not explained the plot yet. One of the scenes is like the dude and it like they walk in on a sex party, a literal like orgy. Like they walked in on an orgy, and that's the scene. And it's actually a pretty funny ass scene. Okay, so the plot. The show is pretty much a team of mixed of course mixed cultures, and also like if you don't know about the A team, they're all, if I remember correctly, all of them were different branches of the military, or all of them were army. Actually, yeah, they all were army. Just it's the difference is that these people are all different branches of military, but they all work together for covert ops. And one of the covert ops is to stop a mobile nuke from going off in Las Vegas. And hilarity and fuckery ensues at the end of the episode. Like, er, yeah, yeah. I'll continue on to the last part of the episode, and you guys will completely understand. Like the one dude, he's definitely the funniest out of all of them. Definitely the Chad guy. I've met quite a few people like him, and like them motherfuckers has always been funny as shit. They've always been the life of the party, and they always were funny as fuck. Just by accident, not even on purpose. They weren't trying to be funny. They were just living life as gangsters, man, pretty much. Sorry, I'm not sweating. It's just I just got out the shower and like I'm just sitting here like fucking water getting in my eyes and shit. I don't like that. I don't like it not one bit. So if you guys get a chance, definitely go check out Netflix, like I said, without your children and without loved ones that do not want to see nudity in their shit. And or you maybe y'all don't like watching porn together. I don't know what you guys are into. Whatever you're not into. If you're not into that, then don't watch this show. But if you are into that, this show is completely for you. Just putting it out there. But next and lastly, we are talking about the reality show Squid Games. We got the end of we finally got the finale episode today, and it's exactly who I thought was going to win. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's exactly who I thought was going to win. And I love how they tricked us at the end. I loved it. I loved every second of that part of the story. Um, I think what's cool, I think what was cool about Squid Games is that you didn't really have time to get connected to characters, like get connected to the contestants because there's 456 of them. Yes, there was 456 people. Think about that part of the story. And at the end of the first round, I think it was definitely a little over 200, maybe 100 from red light, green light. And like you start to whittle down. And what's crazy is that the unlikely people were the final ones. And I'm just like, oh, okay. It's not really any spoil. Like you don't see these people for quite a few episodes. Like, I'm not even like you think I'm joking. You don't see some of these people for quite like you don't see them for a while. And this is 10 episodes, and like the first couple episodes, they really honed in on one character that was he's clearly A in the closet, and B like was trying to be like the dickhead of the group. And clearly, if you watch the episode, I mean, if you watch the show, he's clearly hiding something, or maybe he's not hiding something. He's never really told it, but it was just like, bro, we get it, man. Like I played sports too. You wanted to be the jock guy and the guy out there and all the rest of that. I'm just like, we get it, man. We got it. You're the cool guy. You're the cool guy. You're the black Chad. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I'm just like, we got it. We can walk away from this now. But nah, man. I highly suggest watching Squid Games. I'll always suggest that's show that if you're not ready for red light, green light, then you definitely are going to have your jaws on the ground like, oh my god, this is during like a very, very tumultuous time in American history, like dead ass. This is during a very, very weird time. And this show came out and it's just like, oh fuck. And I know they want to come out with an American version so bad. You know it. You know they want to put like Mark Wahlberg on this and like just fuck it up. They want to Americanize it so bad. I know they do. And the best way to Americanize it was the reality show. I think they did a good job with the reality show. Let's not touch let's just go to the second season and let's live with the second season and hope that they can recapture. I think once the cat was out of the bag, I think that's going to be very hard to engage people, like not re-engage, but excite people for real for the show, because it was just that first scene that first scene of them finally starting the games is like, oh shit, like this is supposed to be a kids game. But yeah, I'm just saying, man, the reality show, they did a really good job with the reality show, in my opinion. I think they got you connected to characters that you needed to get connected to until you didn't need to anymore. And then, um, and then at the end, they're having squidgamecasting.com. So if you guys want to be part of the reality show and try to win $4.56 million, here you go. There's your chance. You can join the cast. Me play, play some conniving ass games. Do what you gotta do, baby. Yo, it really I'm not gonna lie to you though. The whole people trying to play teamwork type shit was kind of like getting a little old. I ain't gonna lie. Like it's Squid Game stopped being that way like the second episode, like that, like the second game or some shit. Like it just didn't make any sense to like sit around and be like, all right, well, we're gonna be part of a team, but there's only one person that can win $4.6 million. Like y'all did y'all forget that how the game worked? Because not all of you are leaving with this money. So what the fuck are y'all doing? So yeah. And also I found my Korean wife on the original Squid Games for sure. I would have definitely taken her. I would definitely take her out to a nice dinner to McDonald's, and she definitely can go for the Big Mac and supersize it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Blow that money, you know what I'm saying? On that Mickey motherfucking D's, baby. Woo! But no, but seriously though, yeah, definitely. I didn't know I didn't know that was even my speed until she entered the frame. And I was just like, oh, she's my speed now. That's my speed, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty fast. I ain't gonna lie. But all right. So that's it. I guess that was it for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I didn't talk about a lot. What the fuck is going on? See, this is and also the reason why I'm kind of ending the episode, because my computer started to do weird shit. But yeah, man. Hey, look, if you want to, guys, we can do like a little challenge or something like that to like get to the gym, get motivated, or get like if you want to go to the gym or you want to do just something to change your mindset, man. Like it's definitely helped me for sure. Me going to the gym has definitely helped me a lot throughout, a lot of things. So like I always use basketball and tennis, and right now due to my injuries and my back and stuff like that, it's kind of hard for me to do it. So I gotta find other things. So I would like to say where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Fitness. And with that, what I like to ask you to do, unless your ass want to get admitted to the motherfucking Squid Games, is please like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, please leave a rating and review. Leave a thumbs up on YouTube too, if you can, and also leave a written comment or whatever the fuck on the YouTube. Also, big question: would you? And this is being real. Like there was a mom and son on the Squid Game show. Would you screw over your own family member for that 4.56 million dollars? And would you split it with that family member if somehow y'all had no agreement beforehand? Just putting it out there. I would. I mean, my mom for sure. She might. She definitely get a split. I don't know what split of it, but definitely we'll be getting a split of it, especially if we're going through Squid Games together. So with that, I would like to say, love all of you. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll catch you guys later. Deuces. Love you, Mom.